Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon or good evening wherever you may be. Okay, today we're going to do something a little bit different because I was inspired. Yes, I was inspired by this really nice guy actually called CJ. His YouTube channel is Life with Dragons. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel down in the description below. In one of his recent vlogs he was talking about his setup that he wants to use for his Twitch channel, which is going to be a streaming channel, and he's going to stream video games on there. And he was talking about green screens and having a good headset and having a working computer and whatever, and that actually inspired me to talk about how I film my videos and the setup that I have. And it's not because I want to brag about all of the nice stuff that I have in this room. It's actually more to the point of actually this stuff is very cheap and most of it was second hand. And I want you guys to see that it can be done on a really tight budget, even though you need stuff and you need equipment. It doesn't have to be super expensive. So I'm going to actually explain a bit about what's in this room, because you've seen it on videos before, especially in the keyboard covers, but I've never really explained to you what I have here and what it's for and why do I use it. So anyway, this room is supposed to be a bedroom. And it's a pretty big room, as you can maybe work out. I don't know. Maybe if I film up at the ceiling so that you can see the ceiling, you can probably realize that it's a fairly big room. It's supposed to be the master bedroom in this house, but we have made it into kind of a storage cum media room. And I say storage room because my bedroom is actually very small, so my clothing area is here. My wardrobe with all of my crap in it is here, and there's also a storage cabinet there which also has nothing to do with music or media. So the first important thing that you want to think about when you're going to start your YouTube channel is what kind of camera you use. And we actually have two cameras, or actually we have several cameras in this house, but I actually make use of two cameras. I have a vlogging camera, which is the one that I'm using right now, which if I turn you around you'll be able to see yourselves. It's a Canon PowerShot A3500 IS, and it's a vlogging camera. It's a compact camera, it's automatic, and I also use it for taking pictures. If you have seen my Flickr account recently, you'll probably see some pretty cool pictures on there, and I use this for that, because not only can you have it in automatic mode, but you can put it in manual mode and change a few settings. Not everything, it's not as good as a DSLR, but it makes some pretty nice pictures for a small compact camera. So yeah, this is my vlogging camera. And if we go over here to what is supposed to be a blanket cabinet, but it has actually stuff in it that I don't want to be gathering dust, there is another camera, and I just need to grab it. Okay, this camera is actually a JVC Handycam, and it has like a screen that pops out to the side like that, and when you pop it out it starts to load up and you get Vlogception, or whatever the heck it is you want to call it. But yeah, this is a JVC Handycam, and this is what I usually record with when I do videos in this room. Mostly the keyboard covers, but I've also done some Dutch lessons and other stuff on this. And the reason why I use this one instead of the vlogging camera is because this is actually a dedicated video camera. So it has a rather large, somewhere around here, maybe, I don't really know. Oh, here. It has a rather large, stronger microphone than the vlogging camera does, which is why I use this one. And these are not very expensive to buy. Yeah, if you're looking for a budget, they can be around 200 euros. They're not, in fact I think you can even get cheaper versions for about 150 euros, so they're not that super expensive. This is one of the newer things in the house, obviously. This one wasn't second hand. But there are other things in this room that were second hand, which I will tell you more about, because I'm pretty sure you're actually way more interested in this stuff over here. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3 different keyboards. The black one and the silver one come from England, so they were originally mine. And this one is a family heirloom. And I think it belonged originally to Jessica's grandma, but now it belongs to Jessica. And this one is very old and doesn't work that great. It's a Philips Filicorder 700, I think. And yeah, we because it needs protecting. It has a nice protective thing over it because it's old and we need to keep the dust out of it. But that's actually a synthesizer, and it has like organ sounds on there which you can change with all of the different knobs. But yeah, we don't play with that one very often because it's very old and we don't want to damage it any more than it's already damaged. This black keyboard here, let's lift the camera up a little bit, is a Casio CTK631. It's a really old keyboard. This also wasn't secondhand. This was actually a birthday present come graduation from school present when I was 16. So my first, the high school graduation, I guess you would call that. It was from my dad. And it's a pretty old keyboard because I'm now 31. Yeah, you do the maths. So yeah, this is a really, really old keyboard and it's still in good working condition. And yeah, we just take good care of it and we play it and it's fun. That one over there, the silver one, was secondhand. It's a Casio WK3800 and I bought it from eBay. Yes, it also has something protecting the keys on there to keep the dust out. I bought it from eBay and it cost me £100. It wasn't very expensive, but it's actually a workstation rather than, or sorry, a music station rather than just a keyboard that you can play songs on. And it does quite a lot. I actually still don't know what it does because I haven't read all the way through the instructions, but you can put your own sounds with it and do MIDI and all kinds of fun stuff like that. So yeah, that's another keyboard. Okay, going onto the shelves above the keyboards, you see this bit. This actually, that's quite new, but you see this bit a lot when I am filming keyboard covers, and you're probably wondering what this is. It's actually an audio mixer, and it's a Yamaha audio mixer with a pair of very cheap €10 headphones, which are, they have the name ROC on them, rock headphones. They're pretty good quality for the cheapness, but the thing that I wanted to talk about more was the audio mixer, and the reason I have the audio mixer is because this keyboard here and that keyboard there are plugged into that, and then that is plugged into this thing, which was also secondhand. I bought it from used Warsaw. It also came from England. Most of this stuff actually came from England. This came from used Warsaw. Again, cost me not a lot of money, under £100. I think it was very much under £100 if I remember correctly. And I use this for doing digital recordings. I have like lots of music that you hear under videos and I record it with this stuff. So that's what this is all about. The TV there is not really a new addition to the house because I've had it for a long time. It's already come from England a long time ago, but it's a new addition to this room, and I put it in here recently because I wanted to connect our EasyCast dongle to it so that we could watch YouTube videos on the big screen while we're up here. It's very useful when learning music because I tend to learn from YouTube videos. Oh, and there's an hello downstairs. There's a person down there that's just came home from work, which is very awesome. There's a monkey?
There's a monkey on.
There's a monkey?
Yes.
How is there a monkey?
I've got a monkey on.
Oh, she's got a monkey on.
It's the different version.
Oh, you have the different one on from what I'm wearing, but they don't see it because I have.
That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
You shave them until you can wear them without a shirt.
I would like to be able to do that, but it was on top of the pile, so I just grabbed it this morning. So anyway, that's those bits. And there's a stereo over there in the corner. No idea where that come from. You should ask her. It's probably also very old, and probably also wasn't super expensive because it's very small. But again, it's another utility that I use for learning music because we can play CDs on it, and it also has a radio, so it's also handy just to turn on when we're up here doing stuff like cleaning or laundry or whatever the heck. And then there are shelves above that with some bears, a ridiculous collection of Pudgy bears, and above that shelf is another shelf with all kinds of different things on it. One of the things that I also wanted to show you guys is the bears. I don't know whether you really see them, but it's the bears up there on top of the wardrobe. And there's actually two reasons for having bears in this room. One of the reasons is because I needed a place to put my bears. That's obvious, isn't it? And the other reason is actually because it helps to soundproof your room. So if you don't want to spend loads of money doing loads of soundproofing and sticking stuff to your walls, just get a load of cheap second-hand bears and shove them in here. They look good, and yeah, They don't make the room sound so empty. Okay, the last thing I want to tell you about is our green screen. I don't have a green screen, or we don't have a green screen. We have a green wall, and it's the wall that you see at this kind of the angle. Actually, this is kind of the keyboard cover angle. So it's the wall that you see when I record keyboard covers. And it's the wall that you also see when I sit in front of it and record other stuff, like, I don't know. Well, the most recent one was probably the Ungehindered. I'm filming against the light. Should never film against the light. The most recent one that I filmed against the wall was probably the Ungehindered review, which was an app review that I did a while back. But anyway, I use that mostly for the Dutch lessons. And as you can see, it's opposite a window, so we don't really need light if we film in daytime. It gives also already a reasonable amount of light, so yep, don't really need extra light to be able to use the green screen. Go and demonstrate the green screen to them.
No.
No?
I already am a monkey t-shirt. I'm not gonna act like a monkey.
Oh man.
Did you inform them about my new Google Plus thingy?
Did I inform them about your new Google Plus
I
thingy?
think we also need to change that in the bottom. If it's there.
That's a good point. What's your link?
Yeah.
I don't know.
G+/DSLR-hobo or something like that.
Oh, it's, well, okay. It's going to be G+.2/DSLR-hobo. We'll change the link in the description for you guys. She killed her old account and
Broken cabinet.
I am vlogging your face actually.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So what you did, you killed your old Google Plus account?
Yes, and I only have a G Plus account now.
No YouTube channel anymore.
No YouTube channel because I don't use the YouTube channel because I'm using the JustConnect one. So
Yeah.
I need to put my name if I comment on something because otherwise you're gonna be fucking confused.
Oh crap, that's a good point. I've been commenting on videos all day and haven't done that. Sorry Shireen, it was me who was doing that, not her.
So probably she's in your writing anyway.
Probably.
I mostly don't comment, I mostly only like stuff. When
Yeah.
I comment, I will put my name in it.
Okay, and I will try to remember to do the same just so that you guys don't get confused. So anyway, that was the other thing. What was I saying about the green screen? Oh yeah, it's opposite a window, so we don't normally need to have extra light to film. It normally films and works perfectly fine without any extra lights. But again, something else that's second-hand and budget in this room are some very huge spots. And they can be moved around and pointed to wherever we want them to be pointed. So they're at this moment being pointed on the wall, obviously. And if I can show you, I don't know whether you'll see it because it's daylight already, but if I turn them on, if I can reach because there's a chair in the way, you'll notice it gets freaking bright in here.
Right?
Yes.
No.
So that's what we use when it's a bit darker. And then we do have sufficient light. Again, second hand. Doesn't need to be expensive. We can totally do a YouTube channel on a budget, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just have some challenges later this year.
What's the challenges?
Needs to come off.
Oh yeah. Over there, in the corner, there's a piece of grey plastic sticking on the ceiling. They were already here poking the ceiling.
That ceiling is going out, of course.
Yes, they're going to take the ceiling out. They're going to rebuild in this house, so they're going to take the ceiling out.
Yeah,
and I think
only bring the normal stuff back on, not the light stuff and crap like that.
so. We need to get it off and need to get it back on for ourselves.
I need to find a guy for that.
Are there any nice Dutch guys that?
No, we're not in the village of Guild.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm gonna ask Bianca's handyman up here.
Oh, that's what you're gonna do. Okay, fair enough.
Oh no.
So anyway, that was the purpose of this video. A bit of a mess, I know, but I like to be messy and I like to be random. But the purpose of the video was to show you that it doesn't have to be expensive to have a YouTube channel. You can do it with all kinds of secondhand stuff. You don't need soft boxes. You don't need expensive green screens that need to be ironed out in order to use them, CJ. And yeah. You don't actually need expensive equipment either. Like I said, most of it is second hand, and my phone is beeping. Somebody wants to talk to me. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have any questions, like maybe you want to see a review of the keyboards or want to know how to do some audio mixing or something like that, feel free to ask, because I'm quite willing to answer those questions and do more videos on this stuff. But I don't want to do it if you guys are not interested, so please let me know if you want to see more videos on the stuff separately. And until next time, be good, and if you can't be good, have fun.